Hello. I just jumped back on. I thought it was through for tonight. I had my little funny sign here, and someone had pointed out to me that it was in reverse. So I had to figure out how to reverse this shot so that you guys could see it, and it appears to be working. It made it gave me a harder time than I expected. I even got my wife frustrated because I was trying to get her to take the photo for me, and I'm getting all frustrated because I wanted to make sure it worked. Hello, how are you? Nice to see you. Thanks for stopping by. Um, I jumped back on to test this out. I'm still editing. I'm working on a short that I directed a few days ago, and I'm trying to make some progress on it. I've been neglecting it a little because, to be honest, I wasn't sure how it was going to turn out. Normally, I like to storyboard stuff, but this was kind of a rush job, and I did make a shot list and a shooting schedule, but I didn't see the location in advance. So that's always a bad thing to do. If you're shooting something, make sure you go to your location and you see your location in advance so you know how much room you have, you know what kind of equipment you need, you know where you can shoot stuff. The short had some shots at the very beginning that were outside, establishing a shot of the location. Um, Also, a couple walking up to a car, talking, doing some dialogue outside. Um, Also, some dialogue outside at night. And then also there was a hot tub scene where they were had more dialogue outside at night. So when I arrived, I didn't really notice at first, but we're shooting here in Los Angeles, and it's a beautiful Airbnb location, and it's up on one of those high hills that you see in Los Angeles, where you can see the whole skyline and everything. So it was a great location, but it was only about uh, not even a half a mile from one of Los Angeles' major busy freeways. So it was so noisy. There was no way we could shoot the dialogue outside. So what we did was we shot it anyway, but then we went inside and we did what's called ADR, or looping. And what that is, when films are done, if you ever see a film and you see like it's real windy outside and the wind's blowing and people's hair going everywhere, but the dialogue sounds crisp and clean, that's what that is. Automatic dialogue replacement. So they go into a studio and they take the script and they look at the video of their performance and they try to match as close as possible how they delivered that dialogue. So it's it's a hard process even when all conditions are correct. I've done a lot of looping over the years, but this was the first time I tried to do some makeshift looping, and I have it and it sounds good. So tomorrow morning when I'm fresh and my mind is clean and clear, I cut the scene together and I can see the lips movement. So tomorrow is going to be the big test. If I can loop that very first scene, all the scenes have to be perfect because this short is not just a short per se that we're going to use to put on the internet or something like that. It's a proof of concept, what they call that, a proof of concept. And you usually have something like that when you're trying to raise money. So that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to raise money to do this pilot. It's set here in LA about an actress struggling and also struggling with a comedian, I'm sorry, struggling with her career and with her personal life. So it's a pretty interesting story. We have a really good actress in the lead role, and also kind of recognizable actor in that scene with her. So that's all pluses. The location was really good. The actress knew a really talented young cameraman, so I was so happy that she brought him. And he had really good 4K equipment, Blackmagic camera, all that kind of good stuff. Two of them actually. And I ended up directing and doing the sound. So I was, it turned out really well, and I think it's going to turn out better than I expected. So I appreciate you guys stopping by. I'm going to do a little bit more work, and then I might call it a night for tonight. And then tomorrow, probably around 10 or 11, I'm going to log back on and get started again. So it looks like everybody dropped off now, so I'm going to drop off now. Oh, two people came back on. So thank you. Thanks again for stopping by. Please go to my channel, and check out some of my work. And if you like it, there's a lot of comedy, humorous stuff, and then there's also a few little educational pieces in there. I mainly focus on I mainly focus on acting, directing, and editing. So I give a lot of information away for free. I really don't have any classes or anything like that to sell. The reason I'm here is because I want to create original content and put it on YouTube. Humorous content, skits. I plan to do a series on YouTube. I plan to do a vertical series here on YouTube. So there's a lot of things I have in the planning. My first step though here on YouTube, and I need your help because I want to become monetized so that I can focus my time on this channel, developing it and creating content. I have also planned to bring on other like comedians, writers, and to work on the channel with me. So I have my first comedian up there already. His name is Vic. He has about 3 or 4 episodes up there already. He's kind of he's funny, but he's kind of edgy, kind of real edgy. So we have to keep him clean for YouTube because they have our community guidelines to live up to. But again, I like being here. It gives me freedom to do what I want. Most of my career has always been in the hands of the gatekeepers, either my acting, my directing, or my editing. There's always someone making the decision above me, except for the project that I initiated myself. But most of the higher paying projects, especially in the acting field, always has somebody up there above me deciding, whether he's right, whether he's good enough. But I love YouTube because so many people on here have got on here and got their chance to show what they can do. And the good stuff rises and the bad stuff goes away. And so that's the way it should be. It really should be. You'll notice a lot of creators here, just normal people, just decided to start and do it. I fancy myself as having a bit of an advantage because I've been working in this field for 35 years. I have a lot of experience creating content. I've created a lot of business content, tons and tons of it. I've created a lot of entertainment content, many B-movies. I've directed over 25 at that time, direct-to-DVD feature films. And I've done some music videos, but my main focus has always been my acting career. And it ended up turning into a character actor. I'm still happy with that. Everybody can't be the lead character. So, it took me a while to get to this point where I'm able to say that out loud. I'm a character actor and I'm happy with it. Of course I would rather be a #1 lead on the call sheet, but that's not how things turned out. But I love the opportunity to create content here that no one can't say, as long as I stay within the community guidelines here on YouTube, and it's good to have the community guidelines because I have a daughter, I have a grandson, and you don't want people coming on here, polluting it with, all kinds of bad stuff. I know people still slip through the edges, they find a way in, but the good thing is YouTube really tries to keep the bad stuff all off. If you really want to see it, bad stuff, there's plenty of places to go across the internet. And you can find any kind of, perversion or, negative speech, negative talk, everything. You can find that everywhere. So it's good that they try their best to keep it off here. And they have moderation. They have moderators. I'll just keep it there. They have moderators, human and artificial intelligence moderators. So, I can live within those boundaries because it's such a great site. I want to participate. And last week, I hit my first milestone. I made 500 subscribers, and I'm still pushing forward. What's killing me, what's harder than I thought, is the watch hours. So I'm using this platform they have here, which I really like, the vertical video. It shows up when you guys are swiping through and you're looking at shorts, all of a sudden pops up here some guy going live who you don't know, and you might take a little peek. And I ask you all to take a look at my channel, follow it in the link below, and check out some of my content. And like I said, it's all humorous, it's all normal, above board humor, and I would like you to subscribe. Subscribers are helping me to reach my goal. At first, when I started using this vertical streaming, I thought the plan would be to get on here and try and stream, but I need to stream while I have an audience. And the great thing is I can see that I still have some people on here. Hello, hello, hello. Thanks for coming on here and watching, stopping by, and hanging out for a few minutes. Again, what I'm going to do now is I'm probably going to finish up what I'm working on, and then I'm going to call it a night. I need to, which I plan to do, and I already created the content to market this. I want to have a Q&A, but I need to get more familiar with um, answering your comments down here. I see I have a lot of contents going on, and so what I want to do is do a live event, and at that live event, what I want to do is answer questions. You know, I'm seeing I get some funny questions in here. A lot of people saying who I look like, or James Tucker, or James. I mean, people, all kinds of weird comments. But if I get legitimate comments, I want to answer the questions. I want to answer questions regarding acting, directing, and editing. So that's my topic of Q&A that I want to hold here. So, you know, that's probably going to be coming in a few weeks. What I need to do is market it, figure out how to market it. But I might wait until I have some more substantial subscribers, and I get a little bit higher and more established. I'm doing, like I said, some educational content. I just did a video yesterday, and I have another script ready. I noticed when I got on here, I had a lot of questions. I've been on YouTube for 19 years, but when I first decided about a year ago to try and become monetized, there was a lot of questions I had. But I know some other people in my age range who would like to give, you know, YouTube channel a try. And there were no really simplistic step-by-step tutorials that I could find for someone who really doesn't know anything. I'm talking about a real beginner, and a beginner at an older age, you know. So I created my first episode about how to get onto YouTube when you're 60, and I'm going to get that out there. I mean, I have that out there now. If you're any of your parents or anybody needs a step-by-step guide with graphics and illustrations, speaking slowly for people who aren't so computer literate, up to snuff on computers. You know, just walking them through the whole process from the very simple beginning all the way to launching your channel, to putting up your first video. So I thought that was missing. You know, I could be wrong. There's thousands and thousands of videos out here on YouTube. So I created something, and I put it out there. And I'm going to create the whole process of going through just the basics, not getting into any deep advanced YouTube tactics and things like that to start with, because if they want to know more, that's already out there. I'm not interested in trying to go out there and compete against people who actually know much more about the inner workings of YouTube than I do. I'm just talking about the basics, to get somebody up and running and get their channel up, and then do all the necessary things that you do at the beginning as starting a YouTube channel. So that's where I'm heading. You last two people, I say thank you. If you check my IMDb, James Adam Tucker, you'll see an IMDb. Been doing work for over 35 years. It's all up there on the IMDb. Just Google me, James Adam Tucker. But it's coming to the end of this, so I thank you guys for popping in, dropping in. Like I said, I'm going to schedule a live event, but for now, what I'm going to keep doing is, this idea seems to be working great, where I pop on and pop off when I have something to say. Running a long stream, watching me edit, I'm not into that too much. And I know a lot of people do that. A lot of do that, the live streaming where they're playing games or something like that. But I'm more interested in just popping on, giving you some information, answering some questions, and then saying thanks for your time. So I will see you guys sometime tomorrow. If you so happen to swipe by and see me, stop in for a quick look. I always appreciate it, and I appreciate everybody who's helped me get to this first milestone of 500 subscribers. And I'm going to keep going. It seems to be something that it's not easy. It's not easy, because you have to create content. You have to create interesting content and stuff that people want to watch. I thought about jumping in and trying to do the educational stuff, but I'm not really interested in trying to do videos on how to succeed on YouTube. There's plenty of people doing that. There's plenty of people making a lot of money doing that. There's plenty of people selling you lessons and trainings and all that kind of stuff. I'm going to create videos and I'm just going to give away the information. If you want to know more, then those people are available for you to go look at and pay. I'm just going to give out the basic stuff. So I think that's a good thing to do. And it's not just because, out of the goodness of my heart. If people watch the stuff that they're interested in, then maybe they'll stop by and watch some of my humorous clips or humorous skits. And once I get my series up there, they'll start watching some of that. So it's a two-way street. I'm going to create some useful content, and I'm going to create some entertainment content, which is also useful. You want to sit back and relax and watch some funny stuff. All right. So I keep saying I'm going to stop for the night. And this is it. I will see you guys tomorrow. I want to thank everybody for coming and stopping by and hanging out with me for a few minutes. I do appreciate it. And I'll see you on the next one. All right.